Rhys Darby is posting cryptic things on Threads. What is coming soon, and why can't he stick to one social media platform? A new romance novel has a very Ed and Stede cover illustration. Why is the fandom in an uproar? And Samba is delivering baked goods to Vince Gilligan. What can we expect from his new series coming to Apple TV on November 7th? These headlines and more on today's Gay Pirate News Hour from the Our Flag Means Fanfiction podcast.
Yay.
Today is September 6th, and it's our official 1 year anniversary of Gay Pirate News Hour. We have done this every single month since September of 2024. We will continue doing this every month until our demands are met. On this week, we have Charlie from England, who has been canceled by the fandom for selling bootleg Marmite decorated with the authorizedness of Ed and Stede. Also, Charlie got engaged. So if you are someone who's a fan of marriage, know that that's a thing that happened.
Charlie got engaged in a very gentle beard way.
I did. Under the moonlight by the sea.
And the person who engaged with her is set up a camera and recorded it. So
yeah, he's officially off the market. Sorry, Con O'Neill.
That won't stop him.
Judy is joining us from New Jersey, and Judy has been canceled by the fandom for writing a blatant Our Flag Means Death ripoff where Ed and Stede are Italian mobsters, and you tried to sell this blatant ripoff, and we are not going to tolerate it. Judy, stop this.
You got to stop.
Ringa from Pittsburgh is here, and Ringa might have lost track of how many times they've been canceled by the fandom.
So many times. And are we just counting? Are we just counting this fandom, or are we counting like all the fandoms? Because I've been canceled by other fandoms too. So.
Yeah, all of them. And I'm canceling you because you don't have one daughter, but you have multiple baby daddies. Oh, that joke didn't land, did it?
I have one daughter.
I'm trying to reference something in pop culture, and it just that wasn't funny, Carly.
Yeah, what was that?
I have one daughter. I understand that. Is he from the same father? Is that what you're referencing?
That's what I'm referencing.
I love Lukey. if nobody knows what that is, go on to the Instagram after this and look up Lukey, Lewky, and watch the I Have One Daughter video, because it's amazing. All his videos are great. But yes,
it's the song of the century.
It'll be in your head.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. That just went.
One of Lukey's videos is from a Pittsburgh ad on Craigslist. So
I will
go check it out.
And I'm Carly Heath, and I've been canceled by the fandom for walking down Ventura Boulevard wearing nothing but Stede's little booties with the little white bows on them. And I just have to say, when you're a white girl walking down the street wearing nothing but little booties, no one bothers you. No one bothers you.
Were you with?
It's fine.
Walking, you weren't with the horse. It might have been different if you had the horse.
Next time, though. General fandom news. So I'm just going to say there was a big old thing this week. There's a big old thing. If you know what I'm talking about, if you know what the big old thing was, and you know what I'm going to telegraph to you all.
I love that we're having,
feel free to
starting with two references that people might not understand, and we're not going to clarify.
So I'm not going to say the author name or the book title, but this week the fandom has been in an uproar about a new romance novel that's coming out next year that has an illustration on the cover that looks surprisingly like Ed and Stede.
There's nothing different. It is exactly them. Ed has the tattoos, and Stede's in his little frilly shirt and with the hair. Yeah, it's exactly the same. It's like better fan art of Ed and Stede than I could have drawn.
It's a lot of people were very angry, saying that this is a violation of IP. This is copyright violation. There's even one of my favorite ever authors, KJ Charles, chimed in. And if you guys haven't read any of KJ Charles' books, that's that's some gay romance that you all need to get on, because literally everything KJ Charles writes is so good. So good. And it feels like fan fiction. It's historical gay romance. It's great. Check it out. But my initial reaction, and I got to be honest, I was initially, I'm not saying this was the correct reaction, but I initially was happy. I was like, oh, awesome. Wow. Mainstreaming Our Flag Means Death. Because publishing has done this for a while. And if you are a reader, an author, a writer, you are probably familiar with all of the covers that has especially come out recently that hint at certain actors, boy bands, movies, franchises, and they allude to fan fiction. So for instance, The Love Hypothesis has on the cover, the illustration looks exactly like Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley. The plot was originally a Star Wars fan fiction. And it then got changed to be a published book, modern romantic comedy. Then there is a Poe and Finn book, like fanfic that got made into like a published novel called Bonds of Brass. And the cover art looks like those actors. And so I came to it with publishing has been doing this for a while. Cool. Now they're doing Our Flag Means Death. And so that was my initial thing. And my initial excitement was that, hey, publishing believes that Our Flag Means Death is marketable enough to draw on that fandom and market to that fandom. And it's hard right now to get a book published. And so the fact that publishing is like, Our Flag Means Death is marketable, I was like, oh, cool. We could have Our Flag Means Death canon official novels, like Stranger Things and like Star Wars and like Star Trek and like all these things. That would be really, really cool. So I was excited, but there's also a lot of fans who are very upset because the thing is, Our Flag Means Death is not like Star Wars or Star Trek or Stranger Things in that it's not a billion-dollar franchise. It didn't get picked up for a third season. It's not getting the support from the company. So how is it okay that publishing is kind of stealing this IP? So anyway, I've talked too much. What are your reactions?
Well, it's not okay. And the author is problematic and has canceled a bunch of their other works because of issues that they've had. So how about no?
So there's a problem with the author. They're appropriating indigenous culture in their past works. So that's a problem. And it just hurts my soul because it's so hard to become a published author. It's so hard to build up the skill set needed to make really good work that gets publishing's attention. Why are the authors who are capable of getting to that level doing things that they don't need to be doing? That's not helpful.
It's not. So, everything sucks. That's my take on it. Everything sucks.
The silver lining, though, is that publishing has now multiple times acknowledged that Our Flag Means Death is a marketable thing, because we've had books that have been used Our Flag Means Death as comp titles that are coming out into the world. So support those books, support traditionally published gay romance authors who are not problematic, like KJ Charles and Kat Sebastian and all these wonderful authors Carly out there.
Heath.
I'm a little problematic.
You're good trouble, though.
I'm good trouble. I tell children to commit crime and don't go to church.
Don't go to church.
Defy your parents. The Our Flag Means Death heritage auction ended, and we found out that Izzy is the most popular, in that people are more likely to be throwing money at Izzy.
I love that. His costume went for like $7,000, and the next thing was
no, $8 $8,750.
Well, that's with all the fees and stuff.
Oh, with the buyer's
So like
premium,
before the fees and stuff, it was like 7,000 something. And the next one below that was like 4,000, which is wild. I can't believe there was such a huge difference. But this auction was so cool, and all of the costumes came with like accessories and little things. Like the Izzy costume came with the ring, and so I'm sure that's why. But also the canyon is absolutely insane. So, you know, people want to like roll around naked on a costume that Khan has put on his body, and I'm sure that's what's going to happen. So that is where that $7,000 is going. It's going to be used for something filthy, I'm sure.
Wow, I love that Ringa immediately goes there mentally, but I would love to hear from...
I mean, am I
Ringa's
wrong?
like, the only way...
I don't think I'm wrong.
But I actually would love to hear from you all. What was your favorite costume that you saw for sale at the Heritage Auction? What was maybe if you found out what the final price was, I would love to see it. Share that in the chat. And what would, if you had $1 million, if you won the Powerball, what would you have bought from the auction? Charlie, what was your favorite thing from the auction?
The swords that Izzy and Stede used when they were fighting, when they were dueling the first time in season 1.
That's my favorite thing.
Someone now owns
that didn't
those.
go for like a ton. That was relatively cheap, actually, because it came with the broken sword too, and I really loved that.
Was it under 1,000 or over 1,000?
Hold on, let me see if I still have the screen grabs from that. But I was watching very close. This was like exactly 2 weeks ago today, because I was at this same show that I did earlier today. That's a bi-weekly show, and I was just watching things end and like staring at them as they were going for thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I certainly would have loved to get the French party ship outfit, and that went for, I want to say, like 3,000, possibly more.
Actually, the total that the swords went for was $650, so that was not a lot. And with the buyer's premium, it was $813.50. So that's amazing. If only I had money.
I went pretty deep. I went pretty deep into the Kraken Ed costume. Why? I don't know, because I'm broke. I have no place to put that. I don't know what I was thinking, but I went pretty deep. We were visiting my son at college, and I'm in the bathroom bidding on this, and my husband's like, "What are you buying?" I'm like, "Nothing." But I thought it went pretty low for what it was. But it certainly went out of, I can't pay a quarter of my kids' college tuition for a suit that's going to literally probably sit in my closet in a plastic bag while I go in and just, look at it and pet it a little and then close it back up. But I was surprised. I thought that would be the big seller, and it wasn't. It wasn't even close.
Right. The retail went for $2,800, so that's like really cheap for what I thought.
An iconic costume.
The wedding cake topper things went for $5,500, so that's like one of the big ones that was like way up there. The treasure hunt suit that came with the treasure map was only $1,200. Wild. I'm really surprised some of this didn't go for more. The Stede's French fancy party outfit was $2,000.
Yeah.
So Taika's Stede outfit from the 4th episode was $1,500.
Yeah.
This is like nothing. The regular Blackbeard ensemble went for $5,000. The Lucius book went for $5,000. So like those are, that's more like it. Yeah, the Izzy one went for exactly $7,000. So
I think,
and if you are eager to spend more money on Our Flag Means Death, You Wrote Me a Lovely postcard auction is going on right now. And instead of benefiting rich white guys who look like AI generated depictions of the patriarchy, you can give money to the Young Center for Immigrant Children's Rights. And basically you bid on these postcards, which are signed by the cast and crew. There's a mercy but heart scale thing. That wasn't actually on Rhys Darby's butt, but is made from the same material.
Yeah.
And that can be yours.
Gypsy, David, Jenkins, Con, Vico, Dominic Burgess,
Rubio.
Down later. They all signed postcard. Rubo.
Yeah. And the Young Center provides support to immigrant kids and their families, especially those facing deportation and other legal challenges. So that is what we want to put our money towards. I think the Our Flag Means Death Heritage auction raised like $200,000 for evil white men. So let's see if we can raise $200,000. That's
probably why the things didn't go for so much in that one, because David Jenkins and other people, were like, don't drive up the bidding on this. So
I think it's
I just hope that the people who got the things, I hope the people that got the things are going to actually treasure them and keep them safe and, really appreciate them. And they're not going to I don't know. I'm imagining people wearing these to conventions and stuff.
Well, I think that'd be fun, but to learn how to take care of clothes that are vintage.
You're very
specifically costumes. Well, specifically costumes.
Judy, what were you saying?
Put together like regular clothes. Generally, there are a lot of hand stitching and handwork. But what I was going to say is really, it's so amazing that this fandom raised all the money with the craft sale, which is like half of what was made on these authentic costumes. So it really shows how people, in our fandom, care about other people and how they're so supportive of other people's work and art. It's crazy. It's amazing.
Yes. I mean, to be fair, half of that craft auction ended up being the celebrities coming in and giving away their stuff. I feel like that's about half where the money went, because at the last minute we had Gypsy came in and gave something and David gave something and Samba and Con did the voice thing. And so that really drove it up a lot, but still that is good reasons to drive, the bidding up for an actual charity. When I told Con about this auction for the costume stuff, he was like, what's it benefiting? And I was like, nothing.
Zaslav.
Nobody.
Rich people getting richer. Anthropic settled a lawsuit over copyright AI infringement, and Zaz is changing the names of the companies again. Okay, so let's take those one at a time. Anthropic is an evil AI company. I don't know. Have they settled?
Yesterday.
Because I'm part of the... Oh, they did.
They settled.
Oh, they did. Okay,
for at least 1.3 billion. It said at least. So hopefully they'll have to pay more than that. But yeah.
I am part of that lawsuit.
Yay.
Yeah, and that means I'm getting money. But there are a million works that were used to illegally to train AI. So how much am I going to get? $100?
$20? I get $7 when I do those class action things. I'll just get a check for $1.43 and I'm like, cool.
So I will hopefully next month have more news for you about how much money I am getting from that lawsuit. David Zaslav, is changing the names of the different segments of HBO Max.
Remember when he was like, so we're calling it Max now, it's only Max. And then he was like, let's go back to
it's HBO Max.
And now he's like, let's call all these other things a different thing. So why? What is the importance of this? What does it mean?
But
nothing.
It means nothing. How do you even remember all these names? I can barely remember it changed to HBO Max, much less HBO Discovery, HBO this. Who cares?
This is we can all agree that this guy is getting paid a ridiculous amount of money to be not good at his job. And if you've ever worked in an environment where there are tiers of management, everyone can agree that usually the people that are at the top or level of management don't know what the fuck is going on. And all of us down at the bottom, we are working our asses off because we know what's going on, but we aren't getting enough money.
This is why Undercover Boss is such a good show, because it takes all these top of the company people and makes them do the actual work, and they can't handle it.
Amazing. Yeah. So we need to basically, the guillotines need to come out. The people need to rise up.
They'll bring one back from Paris.
And it needs to be a CEO cannot get paid more than, say, 50 times the average worker gets
just
paid.
Crazy.
That's generous of me. But right now they're getting paid like 10,000 times the salary of the average worker. We need to squash it down a little bit. OFMD has been mentioned in several articles about shows that were canceled too soon. And this also just coincides with like Con O'Neill sharing a screenshot of a Rotten Tomatoes, David Jenkins saying we had the numbers and we still do. People are honking. Clowning is occurring.
Yeah, it's very much happening. I'm just like, I keep seeing articles, they keep popping up, and I'm like, well, good for them. But yeah, it keeps being on like iconic shows and iconic this and that. What is staged? What's happening?
And what are you laughing at?
I don't know. Move on.
Ringa, you had a cosplay meetup at Dragon Con and talked to some cosplayers. It's going to be on a future podcast episode. We're going to turn it into a little audio essay thing. Tell us about that.
It's
best part.
Always staged. Shut up. I'm just going with yelling at Charlie while she says things to me privately. Anyhow, I went to Dragon Con for the first time ever. It was super awesome. And I went to a couple pirate panels that I could have given the panels myself and known a lot more than the people giving the panels, but that's another story. And there was an OFMD cosplay meetup and it was not huge, but it was lovely. And everyone had really good costumes. And then afterwards, there was a tea party for all the cosplayers. And I got to interview a lot of people in their cosplay about the show. It was super cute. Everyone was giving away things. There was a Stede cosplayer that put a silk bandana around my neck and told me I wear fine things well, which was super sweet. And then there was an Our Flag Means Death panel the next day that was about like viewing the show through like a therapeutic lens about like art therapy and different things. And some of that was very interesting. Some of it was a little bit interesting in the bad way because the guy who was moderating it clearly just watched the show for the first time and did not know characters' names and things that happened in the show that were important and stuff like that. So, and he kept saying like that Taika wrote the show, and I was like, I was like so ready to just go up there and be like, let me just get away. But no, I was good. So
shout out to FMD Rare Ships on Blue Sky. They said they had a lovely event last weekend for #MurderWidows. There was lots of love and horniness for Mary Alambi and Evelyn Higgins. And I just realized I don't think I've ever said Alambi out loud, and it sounded weird. And right now you can buy tickets for the virtual interview as a crew to watch interviews and have coffee chats with David Fane, Annapella, and costume designer Christine Wada. So go to siren-events.co.uk for more info on that. And the Whitby Pirate Festival happened in the UK. Charlie found out not many people knew about Our Flag Means Death, but introduced many people to it anyway. Charlie, tell us about that.
Yeah, so it's one of the UK's leading pirate festivals, I believe. They happen all over the UK. And a lot of them are just like older people dressed as pirates. It's quite old school. We went last year for the first time and I really enjoyed it. We went again, but I had some of the Flag Means Fanfiction bookmarks that Belle gave to me. So I gave them all out and I was talking to people in pubs and stuff about our flag and they had no idea about it. Once you say like pirates and gays, they're instantly interested. Unless they're like over the age of 50 and then I just ignored them anyway. So
it's so bizarre that people who are into pirates aren't aware of Our Flag Means Death. That definitely tells you that HBO Max What are you doing?
I constantly am telling
I don't think it was advertised very well here in the UK. I don't, BBC iPlayer is like one of the main platforms, but I don't think when it's not, I don't know if it was on telly, like live telly in the UK. So many people watch things through that. I think you had to go through the app on iPlayer and find it. And
yeah, really disappointing. Do better.
Sorry.
At advertising. No, not you, Charlie.
No. Judy said that they were 50, and I said people over the age of 50 don't like our flag. But no, in the UK, we're a different breed in the UK.
50.
This fandom has a lot of 50 and older. Yeah, this fandom has a lot of older people in it.
Charlie is
get into David Jenkins' news
for insulting 50-year-olds.
Charlie's been canceled. Again, Charlie's never come back from being canceled.
The goal is to get canceled at least 5 times. So Charlie, I think, is up to maybe 3. So
I'm catching up with Ringer now.
Yeah, we got 2 more to go.
Find me in the Guinness World Records, most cancelled person.
David Jenkins news. So 2 weeks ago, David shared a sticker by @TA_Hernandez5 that said, "We did win, David," along with a caption. And then David kind of shared it with a caption that said, "Fucking true, unicorn, purple heart, pirate flag, black cat." And "We did win, David" is in reference to an interaction between David Jenkins and Khan at the new Unicon. It was very wholesome. So people have been clowning over that. And I'm just seeing really quickly if there's anything in the chat. Oh, Judy's saying that Judy is 50. Excellent.
And Taika and Rhys.
Oh, I'm finally finding you guys. Yeah, but there's sorry, you guys. You guys are really doing a good job of posting in the chat, and I'm doing a really bad job of putting it up on the screen. So I'm rectifying that.
Chaos.
A little
live stream right now. We're having some chaos today.
Yeah, I'm in a different mode. Little says, "I only stumbled on Our Flag Means Death by chance on iPlayer. I never saw it advertised anywhere." See, that's what I'm talking about. Nicole
I wouldn't
said,
have known about it if it weren't for...
Is that in the UK?
I wouldn't have known about this show if it weren't for Taika. That's why I knew about the show at all, because I already was a fan of Taika. But
yeah, Nicole says, "Someone recently told me the name of the show itself was off-putting. They, for some reason, thought it was political." It's interesting.
It's pirates. It's fucking pirates. It's a show about pirates.
I will say, here's the thing. When I do tell people, "Have you seen Our Flag Means Death?" They're like, "What?" And you have to say the title multiple times. Our Flag Means Death. Our what? Flag? What? And so this is why shows like Succession, White Lotus do well. People are not good at multiple syllables.
No, I tell people to Google the Gay Pirate Show, and they remember that. And it will come up if you Google the Gay Pirate Show. Everyone, it will always point right back to us. So all good.
That's a good
we
way to go.
We definitely have made this show crazy just from word of mouth, because I think most people have learned about this show word of mouth.
Yeah, that's how I did. I saw everyone on Twitter showing the GIF of the kiss. And I was like, oh, shit, I got to watch this show. More David Jenkins news. David shared fan art of himself as a cat by Gay Watson. And then David quoted it, saying, "This is an outrage. This will not stand," and told Gay Watson to delete your account. It was a delightful interaction. The thread went on. Overall, David Jenkins has been pretty active on Blue Sky, saying we had the numbers and still do.
Facts are facts.
Rhys Darby news. Yesterday, Rhys was on the red carpet for the premiere of Little Lorraine at the Toronto International Film Festival. The film is about a drug smuggling operation in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia in the 1980s. And Rhys plays a dangerous drug dealer.
I know. This is going to be quite a...
Is this like a serious character? Is he serious in this?
He's serious.
Interesting.
This should be interesting.
Yeah.
God, I hope he's got a mustache in it.
Porn stash.
I heard.
Yeah, with like the twirls. Yeah.
I saw someone on Blue Sky say Rhys has entered his sexy villain era.
Okay.
Get ready.
Yeah. This goes back to wanting to be in James Bond.
I just can't see it
Maybe
happening without it being like done for comedic value. So we'll see.
No.
We'll see what happens. Because even dramas have comedy in them, but you know.
And and someone did say there's even a comment that Rhys makes that's kind of like a bitchy comment about his boat being so much bigger than the other guy's boat.
Yeah, that's a comedic relief role.
I am really excited. So the other thing is Rhys shared an audio message on Threads that went, he did two voices. He did one voice going, so tell us how it happened from the beginning. And then he changes his voice to, well, I suppose to begin with, I must say it was so unimaginable, so far-fetched to even think that this happened. And it's all very dramatic. And he also replied to it saying coming soon. So everyone's like,
season 3. Season 3.
I think it's an audiobook. I think it's an audiobook. It really sounds like narrating.
Would he really be like dropping so much mystery over an audiobook?
I don't know. He likes whimsy. So
he's a little dramatic. So
why wouldn't he just say, I'm narrating the upcoming audiobook for
because
blah, blah,
he
blah,
knows
blah, blah.
Because it's Rhys Darby.
He knows it drives you people crazy and he enjoys it.
Well, we shall see. I'm just resentful because there's so many social media platforms and I refuse to join Threads. And Rhys, just put it on your Substack, put it on your Instagram, put it on your Blue Sky. Don't make me.
Chloe said someone on Blue Sky commented.
I know, I'm reading that right now.
Which is this is, if we go down with this ship, is the name of that knockoff Ed and Stede, if anyone didn't know.
We weren't going to say it.
Excellent. That would be great. You know what? What if that book is like a facade and this has all been like a big front for an announcement for season 3 and it's Carly's shaking her head. I'm trying to clown with you.
I'm just angry at a lot of things. And
Carly's going to punch everybody.
My spiral is mostly about Threads. Like, just Rhys Darby, don't make me join Threads. Don't make me join Threads.
Why are you so angry about Threads? I don't know.
I was using Twitter and Instagram, and then obviously Twitter sucks, so fine. And I joined Blue Sky, so I'm gonna do Blue Sky and Instagram. Don't make me join Threads. And also, I've had to join Substack. There's so many things. I only want to do 2 things: one for pictures, one for text.
Threads is just
don't make
Instagram
me do more things.
With words. That's
what Blue Sky is.
But they're connected to each other. Threads and Instagram are connected to each other. Like you can share them like easily onto your Instagram stories.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah. Carly Heath says, fuck Threads. Fuck you, Threads.
I really don't like Threads either, but I'm on it.
I better use it.
Rhys is going to be in Seattle September 19th and 20th at Emerald City Comic Con. Sorry, that's not what's written on the screen, but I said it. Emerald City Comedy Club. I said Comic Con.
Too many C's. There's too many C's here.
So if you are in Seattle, go to Emerald City Comedy Club on September 19th and 20th and get a little Rhys in before Libra season starts. He was in My Life is Murder with Lucy Lawless in a very fancy, colorful outfit.
And
of course. And a mustache. I didn't see it because I don't have a subscription to Acorn or Lamp or whatever platform.
Lamp's not real, is it? Lamp's a joke.
Lamp is what season 3 is going to air on.
Yeah.
He was photographed at a birthday party for a model actress named Alora Devereaux, who is a Virgo and who had her party in the Hollywood Hills. And I'm just saying,
Virgos.
I'm a Virgo. What do I have to do to get Rhys Darby to show up at my Burbank party?
You have to have a name like Alora Devereaux.
I gotta use extra letters in my name that you don't pronounce. So it'll be like Carly, but with like some X's and Q's at
Call
the
yourself
end.
Carlita Heathrow. That's your new name.
Heathrow, but Heathrow is spelled
Little
Q-U-E.
I.
Not to be confused with the airport.
Right. Different. Yeah, you got to add a bunch of extra letters that aren't pronounced.
So I'm working on the name change. Rhys Darby, looking forward to seeing you at my 45th birthday
on next year. Mark it down.
Marmalade. By the way, you guys, did you know this? My birthday is September 2nd, which is a holy day, and our flag means
it is
lore.
That's excellent. I knew that.
Thank you, David Jenkins, for making that happen for me. Oh my God, I'm not going to say that. Taika had a 50th birthday party 2 weeks ago in Ibiza. So now we've established that Taika likes to go to Ibiza.
As we all do.
Ibiza?
Did I pronounce it wrong?
It's Edinburgh's cousin.
Ibiza.
That's what I said. Ibiza.
Carly's going to knock me out. Carly's punch me in the face.
Taika put a bunch of photos, and he also posted this. Yes, it's true. Your hero, mentor, and God figure has finally turned 50. 50 feels so good. I feel loved and happy and young and hot, and my knee hurts. And thank you, everyone, for the lovely messages of love. This world truly is mine, and you're all living in it. In true Leo form, I will be celebrating until the end of the year. So if you have traditionally had a birthday from now until December, get out of the way.
That means you don't have a birthday anymore, Carly. Right. Your birthday was canceled.
Taika's canceled your birthday.
And because Nicole says I have no real idea where Ibiza is, that's in Spain. It's a little island, right? Next to Spain.
Yeah.
It's a party island.
And apparently I'm pronouncing it wrong. Say it.
Ibiza. Ibiza. We're going to Ibiza. The Venga Boys sang "We're going to Ibiza."
Are you pronouncing the Z as a TH?
Yeah.
Okay. Ibiza.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. You did it. It's a place where rich people go to get really high.
Yeah.
So
and give out thousands of cigarettes.
Ibiza.
Happened at Taika's party.
And I'm so angry about it.
So let's go into Samba news. Samba posted on Instagram. What?
You skipped Kano entirely, you motherfucker.
Shame.
Yeah, I know. Did you do that on purpose?
She's so mad that we're telling her how to say words. Yes.
Yeah. I wondered if we were doing the stings.
Well, that one.
I kind of forgot, but I'm doing it now. Yeah.
You've had a busy day saving pigeons.
This is
go do Con O'Neill news.
Go do Con O'Neill ringer.
Okay, he had his birthday. He was in the California desert to celebrate. He wore a bracelet Charlie made for him, and it made her heart full. Now he's in Brisbane. He's there for Oz Comic Con, which is in Brisbane next weekend, and Sydney 2 weeks from now. He shared a screenshot. I've caught whatever Carly's got. He's shared a screenshot of OFMD's rating on Rotten Tomatoes with "This legacy of ours X hashtag our flag memes death" with an M, memes hashtag our flag memes death, because he's an old man and doesn't hashtag right, and it's great. Somebody clearly sent him that like screen grab of the Rotten Tomatoes thing, because he wouldn't know how to find that on his own. But then after Nathan shared the like thing that we'll get to in a minute, Nathan shared an old video from our flag means death's Instagram, and then Ka shared it right after Nathan shared it, like because I'm sure he saw it on Nathan's thing and shared it. So I was like, what's happening? At first I was like, did HBO Max post a new Our Flag Means Death video? Like, did they put some new promotional thing out? But no, it was just a video. So
a lot of strange things happened this month with a lot of, Con doing the Rotten Tomatoes thing, Nathan sharing the old HBO Max clip, Rhys posting this cryptic thing, audio narration thing coming soon, David saying we had the numbers, we still do. What is happening?
Taika saying his knee hurts. It's all connected.
If you're in the chat and you're like seeing us add up the things and you are with us and you think, yes, there's a lot of things that happen this month that kind of are suggestive of something. And all of the articles that mention Our Flag Means Death coming out this month too.
It's because
the fandom detectives.
It's because Sagittarius's moon is in the volcano of Mars.
Okay.
B says Leo energy. So let's get into the news. And before I get into the news, shall I just share? I kind of like hinted at this on the Blue Sky, but I was shopping for groceries. I won't say where. I was grocery shopping and I saw Samba while I was grocery shopping. And I've seen him so many times now. I feel like it's starting to get a little weird. So I just kind of like avoided it. Let the man shop. Let the man shop.
You guys he doesn't live and work in LA. Like it's not odd. Yeah. It's just a thing that happens. You run into celebrities in LA.
You know, but it's usually I run into a celebrity like once. I feel like it's been like, this is happening a lot.
Nearish to each other, don't you? So that's going to happen.
Yeah. So that was fun. But the Samba posted on Instagram a photo of him giving a cake to Vince Gilligan, the illustrious Vince Gilligan, who I have been following since the 90s because he would always write the best X-Files episodes. And then he became super famous for Breaking Bad and then Better Call Saul. And Samba is in the next Vince Gilligan series with Kim Rhea Seahorn. Is that her last name? And
I don't know.
Okay. So Samba in his comments, he shared that he's been giving baked treats to Vince Gilligan, saying, with Mr. Gilligan, I've been stopping by the office every month with a baked treat to lift the amazing team behind the scenes, working so hard to bring the best to this show and raise their cholesterol just a little bit. We can't wait for November 7th, the premiere of Pluribus. And David Jenkins replied on Samba's Instagram, "Girl, you're shameless." Laughing emoji with tears. I love that. And Samba has a baking class on Momentous, how we profit a roll. Again, another word I can't pronounce. A lot of letters in there. A lot of letters. Some of them, I think you pronounce a lot of them. Not sure. But
what is it? Profiterole.
Okay. So
you said it right.
Okay. If you want a profiterole, go ahead and go to Momentous. And that's going to be November 22nd. Sometime. And that's going to be fun because we always love Samba's baking classes. They are the best.
He gives lots of little behind the scenes tidbits.
It was November the 22nd though, isn't it?
So he always does that. He always makes his fall baking class on the day of my Calypso party just to irritate me.
Definitely targeting you. Christian Nairn had to step back from the UK reality show Strictly Come Dancing due to health issues. And he was very honest and sincere about it on his Instagram. He posted a reel where he kind of explained everything. And we wish him well, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully he can do it next year. But it's a very difficult thing to do. It's very strenuous. It's very, they're training all the time. It's taken super seriously over here.
Oh, wow.
He would have been absolutely exhausted.
And I
didn't know how he was going to do it anyway.
He already has like health issues with his back and stuff. So I was
issues,
worried about him.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he's listening to his body and listening to his doctors and not going to force anything.
They'll have to pair him with somebody who's like of similar height as well in ballroom.
What if they put him
because otherwise Con O'Neill would never do Strictly Come Dancing.
No, he would not, but it would be funny. It would be so
we can dream.
Funny.
Nathan Fode News. Nathan randomly shared the Lucius throwing Blackbeard off the boat scene from the HBO Max account. And like we talked about this earlier, it caused a lot of clowning.
It just came out of nowhere.
Vico, it really did. Vico Ortiz News. I
didn't say a word.
Yeah, I didn't either. You're doing it okay. You're doing fine.
I think Hispanic person here, I feel like this is like a hate crime against me, Carly.
Oh God. How do you say their name?
Ortiz.
Vico Ortiz. I don't know why I said Ortiz,
tired,
but sometimes
a pigeon today,
and she hates me.
You've been saving lives.
Yeah, and sometimes my mouth and my brain and my eyes are conspiring against me because they're like, those letters together say Ortiz. Yeah. But
I get that too.
I'm like, little Carly screaming, that's not correct. So Vico Ortiz News, they posted, I don't want to be dramatic, but I spent the morning rebranding my Substack after sobbing all day yesterday because I got to pay taxes and I don't want to fund genocide. Real. Find me riding this thirsty, silly goose dopamine high until the end of the day at the very least. So basically head over to their Substack and check out the rebranding and a lot of goose themes, and you can subscribe and you can get a lot of behind the scenes stuff. And the Garlic Soup Nation celebration by Vico on Momentous happened September 6th. Oh, wow. Today at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern. So that was earlier today. I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
I hope you guys
I didn't get to watch it. I was at a show, but there's people talking about it on Blue Sky. I'm sure if you go in the Garlic Soup hashtag, you'll see a lot of things. I just briefly saw that, like, confirmation that there was going to be more garlic soup stuff in the Calypso party scene. There was going to be a garlic.
There was going to be a
sex
scene,
which we've heard that before.
Really?
Yeah, that's not new. That's not new, but something about they pinned the flower on Olu's lapel and, cute little things like that. So yeah, I'm sure. And that'll be up on Momentous's YouTube shortly, I'm sure. And it won't have to be taken down or censored, unlike some people's classes.
And David Fane and Anna Pella News, they will be part of the interview as a crew on September 27th. So if you want to be a part of that, you can have a coffee chat with them as well as view the virtual interview, depending on how much money you spend. And that is on September 27th. So get your tickets before that. And don't forget to keep on requesting the Our Flag Means Death cast at conventions, and I'm going to do a little.
And now for Ringer's Fandom News Corner. God help us all.
That makes me happy every month.
I love that so much.
I just love him.
I do. I love him so much. Okay, so we already talked about, you wrote me a lovely postcard, but just so that you are clear on this, it goes through September 14th. So you've got like another week-ish to go ahead and bid on those things. You can find them at OFMD-postcards on Blue Sky. And then here's some upcoming in the next couple months and into next year, some upcoming live in-person events and stuff so that you can mark your calendars. November 22nd, the day of Samba's baking class, is Calypso's birthday at Harold Taunt in Pittsburgh. It is hosted by Ringo. Oh my God. And everyone who lives anywhere nearby or not, there's people flying in from like all over the world.
Driving.
Like, oh my God. And the furthest I've had anyone come for this before was from Missouri, I think. So now we're going to have people from all over the place. It's going to be super great. So I better
And I'm going to be there.
So that's, and Charlie maybe, and Andrea maybe, and Belle. And so we're going to have a whole, you might get to meet some of the Our Flag Means Fanfiction people in person. So if you are super fans of us, we will sign autographs for you and take selfies with you, and you will get your very own Our Flag Means Fanfiction bookmark and all kinds of good stuff. Come in a costume. There will be lots of mayhem and treats and goodies. You can follow me or at Harold Taunt on Instagram to see updates about that. And I will be talking about it, I'm sure, on the next various ones of these. The WeCon in Edinburgh will be. It is October 31st through November 2nd. Online and in-person tickets are available, and there's going to be a panel with Alex Sherman and Alyssa Lane. This says info at ourflagmeans.community. I did not put this in my section, so I don't know who did add that.
I put that in. That's
I didn't mention that this time because we mentioned it every time else. So I skipped it this one. Ourflagmeans.community what?
That's it. Ourflagmeans.community.
That's a website?
That's the website. Yeah.
That sounds wrong. It sounds like there should be something else there.
I know.
Okay. January 24th in next year, we have Truly Docked. It's a fan-run gathering in St. Augustine. You can follow at Truly Docked OFMD for dates. And then we have February 7th through 8th is Act of Grace, a free virtual OFMD con hosted on Discord. You can follow at Act of Grace Con for all the deets. Now, calls for participants. OFMD Big Bang is done seeking authors and done seeking artists, but they're still looking for beta readers. So if you like to read and correct other people's grammar and stuff like I do, you can go to at OFMD Big Bang and you can find a form to fill out there to become a beta reader. Now, I've said this on like every Gay Pirate News Hour for the past like 4 months, but the Pirate Summer Reading Club is coming to an end this month on September 22nd. So it's the last chance to get your digital badges by submitting book reviews, and you can do that and read other people's book reviews at Pirate Reading Club. Last call also for participants for Garlic Soup for the Pirate Soul. Get in your stories of how OFMD has changed your life through the end of September. Go to at Garlic Soup for number 4 Garlic Soup for Pirates to find out how. And then there's a new Blue Sky account called FMD Collabs, and it is designed to hook artists, writers, and podfickers up with whoever they're looking for to collaborate on their projects. So if you are a writer and you would like someone to podfic your work, you can find someone there. Or if you're an artist and you're like, I drew this really cool thing and I want someone to write something for it, you can find someone to do that. And they are at OFMD Collabs, COLLABS on Blue Sky, which I think is a really cool idea.
That's really good. Yeah, I do think that's really good. It's very open. There are some fandom things that are kind of gatekeepy, and sounds very not gatekeepy. And I applaud you for that.
Yeah, good job, guys. All right, now some fandom events we have going on right now. It started yesterday and it's going today and tomorrow. It is Put Ed in This weekend, which is basically an excuse to draw in lots of slutty and pretty outfits. They're going to post pictures of suggestive things and then ask artists to draw Ed in them, which is very exciting. That is at Ed Teach Fan Weeks. And they have done a bunch of other events, but this one is going to be especially slutty. And it's coming right after Pinup Stede Week, which was like a couple weeks ago, which was also very slutty and pretty. September 16th through 23rd is OFMD Bisexual Week. It's a prompt event to celebrate bisexuality in OFMD. All creations welcome. Find prompt list at OFMD Bisexual Week. September 22nd through 28th is OFMD TV AU Week. That's a lot of letters, but I think this one's really cool. It's a way to create content that combines your other favorite TV shows with your characters from Our Flag Means Death. So if you're into Star Trek, you can write a fan fiction that has Ed and Stede as the captains of the starship. I don't follow Star Trek. I don't know why I use that as an example, but you could do it. So they have a prompt list and it is up at Unpopular Culture on Blue Sky. And then September 27th through 28th, everything is Sprizzy Weekend, which is a weekend of fun. Event details will be coming soon. It's at XOXO Sprizzy. And then we have 3 things that I'm giving you a heads up for that are happening for all of the month of October. We've got OFMD Wumptober, which if you've been in fandom for a while, you've heard of Wumptober. It is just basically a whole month of putting your character through the ringer, beating them up, breaking them up with their person, hurting them emotionally and physically, and then usually giving them some aftercare, but not always. You can find prompts for that at OFMD Wump. Also in October is OFMD Kinktober, which is our favorite month of the year. And they have a whole prompt list at OFMD Kinktober. And also, starting in October, you guys are hearing it first from me right now. I have just started an account on Blue Sky and on Instagram that is called Request Our Crew. And it is at Request Our Crew on both Instagram and Blue Sky. And so what this is going to be is starting in October through all of October, I'm going to have a different convention every day of the month that we will all, as a crew, request the Our Flag Means Death actors on certain days so that, you know, we've been requesting them, but it kind of gets lost in the shuffle. But if all of us as a crew, and we're really good at, you know, going hard as a crew on events, we can all request like, all of us at one day at one convention, and they'll be like, whoa, okay, they'll notice us that way. So there's going to be a different convention every day, and I will tell you how to do it. I will put links up. I will put tutorials up. I will post some things leading up to there. And so we're going to just request these actors at these conventions until they start putting them in more things, because we want to go meet them. So it's going to be, even if it's not something that's in your area, just go and request all the things and help us out. And hopefully that will keep it going. I'm just doing US conventions for October, but we can move into other things coming after that. Other places in like other more wonderful parts of the world have been having these actors this year. Okay. So like, all these other countries are getting them already. We need them back here. Look out for that. And it's going to be really super fun, and follow it because I said so. That is my fandom news corner.
Thank you for doing that.
I'm excited about it. It should be fun.
It's just a really good idea. And why didn't we do this?
I don't know, because Chloe said something to me recently that was like, you keep saying to request the actors at conventions, but I don't know how to do that. And I'm like, you're right. Probably a lot of people don't know how to do that, and it's not hard, but some conventions make it difficult, because some of them there's a request form right on their website, and some of them you have to email a certain person, and etc. So, but again, like I said, if you're just requesting your convention that's at your hometown for like your particular actors, they might see them and be like, oh, whatever. But if there's hundreds of us requesting all in the same day, they're going to take notice of that. So we are very good at doing things as a crew, and hopefully this will be like that.
Really good.
Okay, that seems healthy. Using a bit of fiction to help cover up your trauma.
We're doing Fanfiction Recs now.
So
wow, Ringa, you read The Island again.
I've only read it that one time, and it was so good. And we've talked about it on this, maybe not on Gay Pirate News Hour, but on like several podcasts before, because Irene Adler actually recommended it first, way back when. And then Carly read it, and then I read it, and it was just like, oh my God, this is so good. And it's an amazing story. It's longish. It's not crazy long, but it's like 17 chapters. I think it's like 90K. And if you're not familiar with it, it is about Stede and Ed, go and retire to their island and have their inn, and everything's going great. And then one morning Stede wakes up and Ed's not there, but Izzy is there in bed with him. What happened? Wackiness ensues. And it's got a little bit to do with like alternate dimensions.
It's a sliding door sort of thing.
But it's not too heavy on that. So if you're like not really into science fiction and stuff, it doesn't go so hard on that. It's more about
the emotion.
It's more about these characters like connecting with each other, and then figuring out their feelings for each other. And then about halfway through, it just evolves into every kind of sex you can imagine. And it's lovely. And it's just fantastic. So,
oh, wait. Is this the one that I'm thinking of?
Girl, I don't know. Girl, is it?
With the self sex?
Yes. I mean, it is one of them with that. But yes.
I've read this.
You should read it again. It is very...
I think it's one of the
It is one of the best. It's done really well. The sex is sexy. The emotions are emotional.
And the writing is like, this could be a published
really, really
novel.
could. And it's calming and makes you feel warm and tingly inside, and you see all your characters. So if you're a Steady Hands fan, I would highly recommend this. If you haven't read it, it's called The Island by Tried Unture. It's TriedUnture. And if you're listening to this as a podcast, we'll put that in the notes.
If we're talking about old Recs, I just want to put a shout out when I'm thinking of like, what are my top ever favorite fics. All You Left Me Was a Pearl by, I think Just Standing There is the author. That's another old one. It's back from season 1. It's a long fic. It's like a whole novel length, but it's a alternate season 2. And it's a very gentle beardy. So if you're a gentle beardy type of person, you'll enjoy it. I just really like the way the characters are written. Yeah, Judy's given thumbs up. Judy knows that one.
It's always good when there's like high quality writing that really gets the characters right. Because, if you're reading it just for smut, it's like cool, but it doesn't matter as much. But when you're getting into actual story and plot and stuff, the characterization is really important. And I love the authors who really take their time and think deeply about these characters like we all have.
Yeah. And Charlie, you have one that you want to recommend.
Yeah, I've got a Dizzy. It's called Do Not Enter. Werewolf mating season. So it's like,
oh, I've read this.
Yeah. Have you? Yeah. It's pure filth.
It's not your
very
filth.
Smutty.
There's some happy, lovey things.
Yeah, there is a
near
plot.
the end.
It's lovely, but there is like, it starts off very sex heavy. It's very
this one also
interspecies.
Gets the like characterization really well because Stede's very like, oh, what's happening? And Izzy's like, you're so fucking stupid. What's going on?
It's great though. I actually read it yesterday, so
it's a really good one.
It's fresh in the mind.
The werewolf.
It's got some lovely
werewolf stuff. Made Judy disappear.
Judy recommended something called Skinned Knees. Is anyone familiar with that?
No, it sounds good.
What's the pairing? Does it say?
Yeah, no, it just says skinned knees.
Yeah, so if anyone in the watching knows what Skinned Knees is, definitely post something about it. But it sounds like Judy just had to disappear, which is too bad.
It's not about werewolves. Oh, wait, there she is. Gentlebeard, they meet at a glory hole. Woohoo!
Oh, I think I've read that.
And if you've been enjoying this, know that we have a whole podcast where really like twice a week episodes come out. We have one new episode every week, and then we have a midweek repeat where we pull an old episode from the archive. So if you want to hear us talk about Our Flag Means Death every week, twice a week in your ear holes, check out Our Flag Means Fanfiction wherever you get your podcasts. And we also have an Instagram, Our Flag Means Fanfiction, all one word on Instagram. And if you are like, I can't get enough of you people, I love hearing your beautiful voices all the time.
I'm sure they're all like
and
that.
all of your amazing insights.
Everyone is like, oh my God, these
your entertainment value and your humor. You're so funny. You're so witty. You're so clever. Can I listen to you 24/7? Yeah, you can. We have another podcast called Haunted Hollywood Hour, where we cover creepy, cool, weird stories from Hollywood history. There's some paranormal stuff. There's some true crime stuff. Every element of paranormal things have happened in Hollywood, and we talk about those things. And that is Haunted Hollywood Hour, wherever you get your podcasts. And there's an Instagram for that as well, Haunted Hollywood Hour Podcast.
We're gonna have to start
all one word.
Hashtags for our like specific in jokes and like merchandise for us because everyone loves us so much. I want to see people wearing Tima shirts. When I was at Dragon Con though, several people like knew who I was. I don't know. A couple I'm sure was from cons, things, but several people knew what this podcast was when I was talking to them about it. And
they said, you quote, they love us.
So I was interviewing somebody and I would give them a bookmark after I interviewed them and said, like, here's the podcast you'll be on. And somebody was like, oh, I know all about you guys. I listen to you all the time and I love you. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I very much enjoyed that. I had some person like at the Our Flag Means Death meetups. It's like one thing because you're all there for the fandom. But while I was at my friend's booth, just in general, someone came up to me and was like, are you in the Our Flag fandom? And I'm like, I am. So it's interesting to be recognized just for this crazy little fandom we're in.
Yeah.
Big name fans.
Yeah.
And we are
canceled fan.
We are a group that allows everyone to be a part of this. So if you ever want to come on and be a part of the Our Flag Means Fanfiction podcast,
we hate
you want to join us and talk about us. No, we don't hate anyone. We will let anyone be a part of this podcast, Ringo.
What if David Zaslav wanted to be on the podcast?
David Zaslav could be on this podcast if he wanted to. We don't have gatekeepers. We're not like those types of fans. You know who those types of fans are that are like, no, you can't be in our club.
Are they?
We let everyone be in our club.
Be on the podcast?
You want to be in our club? You are in our club.
The people who don't let people in their club, can they be on the podcast?
Yeah, they can be on our podcast too. We let haters be in our club because we're haters.
You won't like it. You can be on the podcast, but you won't like it.
And the
so there was someone who came up to us like right before we were closing on the last day, and he had a Blackbeard Spar and Grill, shirt on, and I was like, oh my god! And we started talking, and I mentioned something about Izzy. I was showing him my tattoos, and he was like, Izzy means so much to me, and Con means so much to me because this guy used to be like a classically trained like a singer and like a professional singer, and he got out of it, and Con's singing in season 2 got him back into it and back into drag. And so he was like telling me all this, and he was sober and just like all this stuff. And I was like, oh my God, hold on a second. Let me record a video of you saying this so I can send it to him because he would love to hear this. And he did. And this guy was so cute and touching, and like we were both almost in tears. And then I gave him a hug, and it was amazing. Aww. And this
oh my God,
this like touches people still in so many awesome ways. And Con was like, oh, that's so sweet. Like this fandom, man,
that's why we believe in no gatekeepers. And so if you want to be a part of this podcast, you can email us at ourflagmeansfanfiction@gmail.com. And like Chloe said, like we'd love to have Zaslav be on the podcast so we could destroy him. Here's the thing. Everyone who's involved in this podcast, we destroy each other. We are constantly insulting each other.
Yeah.
Calling out the harm that each of us is doing to each other.
And there is loads
literally
of it.
Everything that happens, everything that any one of us does is like really, really torn apart.
We are the problem.
We are the problem. We create the problem, and then we insult each other because of the problems that we have caused.
Very harmful
in our group.
And we solve the problem. And we are.
Do we
so
solve
generous?
Sometimes.
Well, sometimes we do.
We solve the problem by moving on to another problem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But be part of us.
We want you inside us.
Yeah, our flag means problems.
Carly's like, maybe
that's my hashtag, Team Charlie.
Flag means problems. Hashtag Team Charlie. Hashtag Team Problems. Mine's canceled
again.
Hashtag canceled again.
Until next time, do creations, be cringe, commit crime. Bye.
Bye bye. Be problematic.